Before the open beta came out, I released a video where I kind of discussed which 5 characters I recommended per class. It was basically which were the easiest characters for newcomers to grasp and who would be good at teaching you the game. But that video is a little bit outdated. There were some free characters that are no longer free. And I also didn't discuss every single character in the cast. So today I wanted to revisit the topic in a different way, just because I thought that it was a valuable topic to discuss with you guys. But yeah, we're doing a tier list based off of how easy characters are to play. We have actual caveman tier all the way down to the Yale graduate that cures diseases and discovers animals. And we're just going to start with Aria Stark, who definitely has graduated from Yale. This character takes a lot of effort. I play 2v2s, by the way, not a 1v1 tier list. In 2v2s, this character takes a lot of effort. She's the lightest character in the game, so not dying at 12 is pretty hard as this character already. Landing her full combos in a mode where all of her combos can be interrupted by a teammate. I think this character is extremely difficult to play in 2v2s, and it's honestly kind of a flex to pull out an Aria Stark and do really well in duos. Batman, I think, used to be down here. I think he used to be pretty hard to play in the closed alpha, but those are bygone times. Batman is pretty dang easy. There's a couple of tricks to him. Cooldown management, I don't think, is something that players are adept with immediately at coming into this game. There aren't really cooldowns you have to worry about in games like Smash, you know? So it's a new skill, and for that alone, I'm not going to put him in the actual caveman tier. And it's not that he has 100 kill moves. He has one really good kill move with his up special. If you can land it consistently, if you're good at chasing people down to the border of the stage, if you're good at chasing people down to the blast zone, you are going to get a lot of work done with this character. But he is on the lighter side, and in duos, I do think that is a hindrance. He's extremely fast. Honestly, he's kind of an assassin, but I just think Batman is easy, but there are definitely easier characters. And I could say the same thing about Bugs Bunny. As much as I hate this character, the character takes a little bit of skill. You know, Bugs Bunny has the cooldown management that Batman has times 1,000. It's just that the trade-off is Bugs Bunny is the best up-close character in the game. You know, he has the best down air in the game. He has the best up air in the game. This character can kill you with like 12 of his moves. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's extremely good in 2v2s. If you're afraid of getting killed, you can hide in the ground. And all of the moves I just mentioned are really easy to use. The character's not difficult at all. I think the only difficult things are maybe like actually learning the combos. But you don't need combos as Bugs Bunny. You just need up bat. If you can do up bat, you're pretty well off. And it's kind of like how with Finn, you know, to play Finn at a very high level takes a lot of effort. But not a lot of people are playing at a very high level. They're playing at a very casual level, or they're just playing online. And I feel like Finn is very effective online, especially. I think this character gets a lot worse at LAN because it's easier to punish his stuff. But online, we're all online warriors. I think this character is very easy to get the hang of. One of my go-to characters when I've got a couple of drinks in me. And I think that says a lot. And honestly, while we're on the topic of drinking, I love drinking and playing MultiVersus. And I would love more reasons to drink and play MultiVersus. So why don't you guys go ahead and subscribe? I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers. I would love to get absolutely hammered in celebration of reaching 10K. It's been one of my goals since I made a YouTube channel over 4 years ago. And it looks like we're going to hit that goal either today or tomorrow, which is absolutely mind-boggling. Get me there sooner. I would super appreciate it. I would love an opportunity to crack open some brewskis, you know what I mean? But seriously, thank you guys so much. I know we don't always see eye to eye on these tier lists, but the viewership, the subscribers, even the comments, even if I don't like agree with them, I appreciate all of it. I'm glad you're engaging with the channel. I'm glad we're having fun, you know. I hope we're having fun. These tier lists have never been super serious. I don't actually think Finn is a war criminal. I mean, if he was, I would be a war criminal, at least when I drink, you know. I play the character. I just hope we can all have fun, continue having fun, and yeah, you know, sappy stuff over. Let's get back to the tier list. Thank you a bunch, though. We're going to talk about Harley Quinn. You know, Harley Quinn is a character that I think is kind of intermediate. Actually landing her extended combos are difficult, but you don't really need them. The biggest thing hurting this character right now is that she has recovery on her moves and no one else does yet. I'm pretty sure in the next balance patch, that's what they're going to be adding, is a lot of recovery on a lot of moves. So I think Harley is actually going to be one of the better characters in the game in an upcoming patch. Right now, I think because of the recovery and because of how light she is a little bit more difficult. If you're missing your moves, you're going to be easy to punish. But she has a lot of good moves still. You can kill people early with up special. You can throw your bear at people. You can put traps on the ground to kind of like just cover yourself and cover your teammate. I don't know. I think this character she's trickier than Batman and Bugs for sure, but I don't think she's outright hard to play. Jake the dog, I think is pretty easy, but there's some tricks. I think he's probably, I'd say he's harder than these two actually, because the reward for Jake the dog is not as high as the reward for Bugs Bunny and Batman. The reward for Bugs Bunny and Batman is, if you learn their two tricks, you get access to one of the best characters in the game, and you get access to someone that can kill anyone off the top. And with Jake the dog, the reward just isn't there. I think he's very fun, but this is a pub stomp character. This is a character that does really good against people who just pick up the game. If you're one of the people commenting about how angry Jake the dog makes you, come back in 2 months and see if you still feel that way. This was a character that annoyed me to death in the closed alpha. He was one of my least favorite characters to play against. But now I really don't mind it. I understand kind of how he works. I understand when he's vulnerable. And it's just going to take some time. But yeah, he is very easy. I can see the frustration points. Garnet, I think, is intermediate and takes some effort. I don't think she's big brain time, but the character does have some tricks to her. I think she's definitely harder than Harley, but she also has a lot more cheese than Harley. Armor catches new players off guard by a lot. Even though there are armor breakers in the move, I think just Garnet's jab is tough for a lot of new players to deal with. The Star and the Force Field are kind of big brain moves though, and honestly, because of those moves, I'm tempted to put her in big brain time, but we're going to keep her in intermediate. I feel like she does have a lot of cheese. I feel like you can be a match champ and do okay with this character, but I do think eventually it's going to stop working for you. I think Rain Dog is kind of big brain. I feel like it's really easy to do damage as this character, but to do the combos, to recover your teammate at the right moment and not fuck them up. Like, I've definitely accidentally combo broken my own teammate where they're actually about to kill someone. I think they're about to get killed, so I saved them, but I actually screwed my teammate over. It's really easy to do stuff like that with Rain Dog. I think this character definitely takes some skill. I don't think they're a very easy character at all, but I don't think they're as hard as the most difficult characters in the game. Shaggy, I think, is actually the very easiest character in the game and is my go-to drunk main. I just think Shaggy's very fun. All you really need to do is stop charging constantly and realize you are playing Captain Falcon, but occasionally can go Super Saiyan when you get the right opportunity. What I've learned, and I was a little bit wrong with Shaggy, it is kind of optimal to charge at the start if you communicate with your teammate. I constantly play in a party with whatever teammate I'm playing with, so I'll tell them, hey, I want to get a quick charge. Can you cover me? And at the start of the game is when you're the furthest away from the opponents usually, so you usually get at least one free Ultra Instinct, and you can save that for when they're around 60 to 70% and try to get an early kill with your up special. You can combo jab jab up special and it'll connect, and you can just kill someone at 70 if you land a jab. It's really good. The sandwich is a really good tool, but once you realize you don't always have to charge Ultra Instinct, once you get one last zoinks and you just realize, oh, I can just charge at the start and then get my free Ultra Instinct later. If I get another time to charge, awesome. I'm not worried about it though. And you just play him like he's Captain Falcon. You get in there, you're doing combos, you're kneeing people off the stage, you're spiking people. He has one of the best spikes in the game. This character is nuts, not very difficult to play at all. Kind of like Superman. Superman's tough because at the highest level, I feel like Superman is big brain. But online, Online, I feel like you can get away with just spamming his aerials, spamming his armor, and spamming his command grabs. I feel like online you don't need to do the wave dash canceling stuff that makes him really strong. It separates a good Superman from a truly great or amazing Superman. To be truly amazing with this character, I think it's big brain. So I'm gonna meet in the middle ground and say he's intermediate. I think he is a mass champ for sure, but to be really, really good with Superman, it does take a little bit of effort, you know? And eventually spamming armor, you're going to run into characters with armor breakers. You're going to run into people that know how to get around that. And I don't think that's going to carry you all the way. But starting out, I absolutely agree. Superman is an actual caveman. He's smacking his head into the ground. He's just breaking concrete every time he smacks his head into the ground. I get it. I understand the frustration. But yeah, I do think he's actually towards the middle of the cast in terms of difficulty. Steven Universe absolutely is a big brain character. I just feel impressed every time I watch Steven Universe. My favorite pro player to watch is Flash Tyree for that very reason. I just really love watching Steven, and I think this character takes a lot of effort to be very good with. And I think the popularity of this character speaks volumes of that. Steven Universe is a very popular show. I don't know if it's as popular as Adventure Time. I feel like it's similar in terms of popularity, but I see Finn and Jake all the time. And I even see Garnet pretty frequently, but I never, ever, ever see Steven Universe. And speaking of characters I never see, I think Taz is intermediate, only because he is pretty bad now. Now that Taz isn't just spam Tornado, when he was Tornado champ, he was right here. But now that he can't just do that, I think people have realized the rest of his kit is underdeveloped. It's not as good. Maybe Taz players just haven't put in the effort. Maybe we just need to see more Taz players and see this meta develop. I kind of think this character needs some help. In playing a bad character, I think the worst character in the game definitely takes some effort, you know. I think the character's easy, but just playing a character this bad and succeeding, I think definitely takes some effort. Iron Giant, I'm going to be honest. When I play Iron Giant, I feel like he's here, but let's be honest, he's like right here. There's a couple tricks to Iron Giant. I don't think he's as easy and as accessible as Shaggy and as Finn. Once you learn how to manage the resource of your bolts, that's all you need. His combos are simple. It's just down air into neutral air into up air. Down air still is combo starter. It's really easy. Killing people is easy. People will always fall for down special. Even though it's a fully punishable move, people are always going to fall for it. And even when they stop falling for it, you can just cancel down special. You know, he has a lot of tools. I don't think mechanically is that difficult to play. Definitely a couple tricks though, because he is so large and resource management is so important. I'm going to put Tom and Jerry in big brain time. I don't know if this is going to be a hot take. I just don't think he's as hard to succeed with in duos as Steven Universe or Aria. I think to play at Void's level, it is definitely right here. But, you know, Void could play Shaggy, and playing at Void's level would be the hardest thing you could do. Void's just really good, and I think this is one of the harder characters to use, but you can just kind of up air, throw out jab, down air, and hit your Jerry projectile. If you do those four things, even if you don't have all the difficult tech down, you're going to do okay as this character. I don't think he's as hard as people let on, but I do think he's kind of tough. And I'm going to put Velma into actual caveman. I think Velma is a bigger caveman than Finn. Velma players want you to think this is a difficult character so badly, but what if I told you Finn's jab was actually a projectile that tracked the opponent, and she got 4 of them, and then she gets to reduce her own cooldowns, and she just has Snake Nikitas that she doesn't even have to control that can kill. They can kill you. They can carry you off the top of the stage. This character is insane. This character plays the game for you and plays the game for your teammate. You know what? I'll put her at the top of actual caveman because Shaggy doesn't play the game for his teammate either. Velma not only plays the game for the player, but for the player's team, and I think that is absolutely insane. Wonder Woman, I think, takes some effort. I think there's a reason you don't see a ton of Wonder Womans in tournament or just, you know, in general online. I think you see Wonder Woman early on because she is the tutorial character, but I think you get more value out of just spamming as Superman than spamming as Wonder Woman. So I think a lot of people go for Superman versus Wonder Woman early on. But I do think the character is really good. I think the character takes some effort though. Giving your teammate armor at a crucial time and not wasting it is very important for Wonder Woman. Also, landing the lasso, which is a pretty good kill move, is not easy. I think that's one of the hardest moves to hit in the game personally. I just think this character takes some work. And finally, LeBron James, I think, is big brain. Not wasting the basketballs is tough. You actually have to hit your projectiles, or you're just going to waste the projectile. They'll go off screen. I'm pretty sure the opponents can break them. Basketball management is pretty tough. I don't think he has the easiest combos in the world. But yeah, I just think LeBron takes a lot more effort than the characters above him. And that's going to do it for the characters already in the game. We can go ahead and predict where Morty and Rick are going to be. I think Rick is going to be big brain time, but because he's a projectile character, I think you can just spam and get away with it against a lot of players. And I think Morty is going to be Steven Universe levels of difficult. I think this character is going to take a lot of effort to play and to do really well with. And yeah, that's going to do it for my tier list. Hopefully Rick and Morty I get correct. I think that'd be neat. Let me know where you would put these characters in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're not already. I really do appreciate it a lot. I try to respond to all of the comments I can. Admittedly, a lot of them have just been, you play Iron Giant, die. So I don't really respond to those. You know, I get the online frustration, but, you know, don't hate the player, hate the character, right? And, you know, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll smell you guys later.
So.